Welcome back to the Ancient Ruins. Today we're continuing our journey through Core of Discovery, a game set in the world of Manifest Destiny, with map 5. We're going to continue using the same gear and character that we've been using in the previous episode. So we've got Lewis, the researcher, who you exhaust before explore. If you gain a resource or water, gain 2 instead. We've got the training gear, which doesn't count towards your gear limit and doesn't impact your score at the end, something that we haven't really been taking into account. Whoops. We've just been glad to win, to be perfectly honest. You exhaust to refresh one character or gear, super useful. We've got the compass, exhaust before explore. If you correctly guess the terrain you're about to explore, discard that path token. Tracking guide, exhaust after explore. Do not gain the resource or water from exploring. Discard that path token and explore again. Essentially giving us an extra chance to complete the challenge because it will increase the limit of the path tokens we're allowed before we need to complete. And finally, flint, one of the best ones in the game in my opinion. Exhaust to build a fire for 1 stone or 1 stick. And we should always trust the stick because the stick knows the way. We've got it set up with Approach the Arch, which is always the first challenge that you will have set up, unless specified different in any future expansions, I'm not sure. And we've got 5 explorers to find 1 stick, and we get a food. I've kind of always chosen to fail that on purpose, but we'll see how it goes today. For anyone who's new joining us for the first time, welcome. This is how Meth Sudoku works. Water will always be orthogonally next to a stick. Food will always be diagonally next to a TP. TPs will always be orthogonally or diagonally next to a skull. And there's always a vine in a row with a rock. Sticks always appear once in every column and row. So if there is a stick here, there will not be a stick anywhere else on these columns and rows, and so on and so forth. So as we go through the game, we will develop the stick math and figure out where all the sticks are. Mud is always orthogonally adjacent to water and stones are all connected, not on the edge and unpassable. Skulls always have a different resource on every orthogonal edge and will make you turn over a threat card, and threat cards are what we need to get minotaurs, and minotaurs are pricks. The build a mushroom house place is always next to food and a stick. If you find a TP, you can always trade 1 resource or water for any other resource or water. Fields will indicate how many forts are in that column and row from it, which is super useful, and you don't need to keep the path token once you find a field. Forts will have their own secret rules. Kind of not really secret, they're just on each individual map, so we'll go over them momentarily, and you'll get a how to kill a prick card. That being said, let's go over the special rules. So a fort in this map will have a mud above and a TP to the right. If the mud is to the right, the TP will be below. If the mud is below, the TP will be to the left. And if the mud is to the left, the TP will be somewhere else. I kind of lost it at the end, but you get the idea. The directions, the setup of the special rules for the fort are you can rotate them. So it can move around, but you can never flip them. So if you find a mud and a TP, you can basically always guarantee where the fort is. You can figure it out basically with Meth Sudoku. Right, that being said, let us set up our challenges and reveal the destiny cards. Yes, I'm remembering to do that now. So our next challenge is Rainstorm. We've got to, oh my goodness, we've got to have a mushroom house in 8 turns. That's not happening. Otherwise, we lose 2 fire, a water, and we get a sample token. Sample tokens are a bit of a pain. And by a bit, I mean they're an absolute nightmare because they block up your inventory. And if you don't have the mushroom house, you're easier to get into the fatigue zone, which means you lose water and bad things happen and you'll probably die. Next challenge, we need a lot of things and there's no positives from it. But to be fair, this is fairly easy to do because we're going to get sticks and water and we don't want another sample token. And to be fair, this fail is a nightmare. Off the page games, what are you thinking? This is dirty. So if we failed this, we would lose 2 water, get a sample token, discard a fire if we had one, and then any 2 resources or water on top, potentially losing 4 waters. Oh, nasty. Calling you out off the page, games. Still love you. Right, that being said, we need to set up our peak. Now, the peak is a kind of a clue of where the rocks are going to be, and it is alpha numerical, so it goes A through G, 1 through 7, and today our peak is E3. Our peak is all the way over there. Okay, so we start in column 7. So we know we need to get over there for the flood. I mean, it's not going to happen. If we can get a stick, a mud, and or a skull, any 2 combination of those, we can build a mushroom house, but we've got to find a build a mushroom house space that will have a real name. I've just ingrained it into my skull that it's called build a mushroom house space. It's not that. So don't expect to see that in the rulebook when you get this game, which is releasing this month. Go pre-order it now. Chill over. Oh, second chill. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. Comment down below. It really does help us grow. And you guys are amazing. That being said, we need to figure out where we're going to start. So I've kind of given up on Rainstorm because the chance of finding a stick and a mud or a skull and that one specified space, I'm not sure how many there are on this map, potentially 2. And there is 7 by 49 different spaces where it could be, and we've got 8 chances. So we're kind of sacking that one off. So we're going to aim for a stick and a rock and some water. We're just going to aim to complete flood, which is fine. So we start here. I think we want to go over to this rock. We don't want to aim directly into it because they are unpassable, so we want to work our way around it. So nice and easy. We're going to start directly in the middle and we get a stick. Okay, so we're going to keep our path tokens here so we know how many turns we've got before we have to complete the mission. So far, out of our 5 path tokens that we get to reveal, we have found a stick. So technically, we're the best at games. Now, stick math will develop over time. So at the moment, we don't know where any other sticks are, so we can't do any stick math. All we know is there's no more sticks here and no more sticks there. And we want to continue this way to get that rock. Let's go. Water. Now we're in a position. I always complain when we get water at the beginning because we have to fail the first one. Otherwise, we lose a stick and a water because if you are fatigued, I keep wanting to call it over encumbered, thank you Baldur's Gate 3. If you are fatigued, you lose the water anyway, so if we complete that, we lose a stick and a water. We might as well just lose the water. Right, moving on, we're heading towards it. Ooh, hello baby. Right, we found a fort, which means we get to reveal a kill a minotaur, which is mud and a vine to kill a prick. We don't have mud, we don't have a vine, and we don't have a minotaur. So it's all bad at the moment. Now, if we look at the math, okay? So we're going to try and figure something out. As this is not a teepee, this cannot be mud. As this is not a mud, this is not a teepee. So that has to be a teepee. Where are you, baby? Where's my mud token? And that has to be a mud. Okay? That's it. This is how meth Sudoku works. And I'll tell you something, it feels so good if you get it right. I'm not saying I've got that wrong. I'm just saying it feels so good if you get it right. Right. So, do we want a teepee? Yes, actually we do. We're going to instantly, because we know that's a mud, that's cool. So we're going to instantly trade our fatigue water for a vine because they are limited. We might find them, but they are limited. And we need to spend one to kill a minotaur if we ever get that. So let's reveal the TP and just show that I am the best at games. Ah, curses. Have I got this wrong? Hold on. Oh, that must be the TP, surely. Hold on. My brain isn't braining. I think I need more caffeine. If the mud is there, the TP's there. If the mud is there, the TP's there. If the mud is there, mud is there, TP's there. Mud is there, TP's there. Why isn't this working in my brain? I genuinely can't brain this. It's broken me. Mud TP. Mud TP. That's the TP. It's broken my brain. I'm just going to say that. I'm not sure what's going on, but my brain is broken. For some reason, I just can't rotate it. That mud. Here we go. Mud TP. Yeah. Mud TP. Mud TP. Mud. I've lost it again. Oh my word. If we just, that has to be the TP. I just needed to turn it left. Right, okay. Irritating, but fine. I was testing you guys. It's okay. I'm still the best at games. So we're going to continue because we know where the TP is. Or do we want to do that now because then we don't lose the water? In fact, yes, let's reveal that TP that is definitely there because I told you it was because I'm amazing. And we're going to trade a water for a vine. That way we don't lose a water, or do we still want to lose the water? I'm not sure. We'll lose the water anyway. But this time we've got the vine that we do need, so that's fantastic. We're doing very well. We get rid of the water. Okay, so that is failed, but we still get a food. So we need to eat food at the end of the day so we don't die. I didn't reveal these. I'm going to reveal these. We'll pretend I did that earlier. I definitely need more coffee in my life. Right, so we've got the stick. We still haven't found a place to build a mushroom house. I think we've got 3 more turns. I think we just carry on going across. Yeah. It's more mud. Oh, all of these needed, I'm just carrying on building a pile. All of these needed to go over here. So we've got 3 this turn. More mud is not good because we are now at a point where we are in fatigue and we can't do anything about it unless we find a skull. So we've got 2 more. We're not going to go all the way to the edge, but we will get this. We've got another fort. So we've got another way of killing a prick. And it's have fire and a rock. Okay. Okay, that's good because we know where we can get a rock. Now, we're not going to go all the way to the edge for the simple reason that allows us to discard a threat card, then draw a new threat card, which could be super useful momentarily. Now, should we just go down from mud, down from fort, down from fort, down from fort? Water. Okay, it's not the best. It's fine. So, at the end of those 3 turns, we have failed Rainstorm. We kind of knew that we were going to fail Rainstorm. It is a pain, but it is what it is. So, we lose 2 fire. We don't have it. We lose a water. And we get a sample token, which puts us massively into fatigue. So, we lose a water again. That is not good. But, we also need to discard a space. No, sorry, not a space. We need to discard a resource because we need to pick up a rock to complete this one. So we will discard the mud, unfortunately, and that gets rid of the sample token, which frees us up to pick up a rock. So we do need to pick up the rock. So we are going to pick up this rock here because we know that's a rock. One of the things that we also kind of need to be looking into is using up all of our items. They're going to refresh at the end of this. So we're going to use everything if we want to. Should we just carry on going down? Let's do a cross section. We can exhaust to get 2. I don't think we want that yet. We need to find mud, apparently. Okay, we've got mud. Do we want to discard the mud? Oh, what's going to happen? We'll keep the mud. We're going to keep the mud for now. Right. So now we're going to start using stuff. Exhaust before explore. If you correctly guess. Ooh. Right, so this is a rock. Now, it has to be a rock because that is water, that is mud. Mud is always orthogonally adjacent to water and a rock can't be over here because they are connected. So we can get the idea that I really should sort my resources before starting. There could potentially be rocks as well. Does that help us at all? No, we need water. Right, so we'll carry on. We'll go down one more. We find a fort. I don't know whether we can use our exhaust after explore to discard the token. Because do not gain the resource or water from exploring. It's fine, I guess. We've revealed our final How to Kill a Prick. It's a destiny card, a food and a water, but we haven't actually revealed any pricks. We've completed the day, so we need to spend a stick, a rock, so we are no longer in fatigue here, and 2 water, and our reward for that is we lose some fire. We didn't have fire, but that's still not much of a reward. We went through heck and back for that. At the end of the day, we must eat to survive. If there isn't a monster or a threat, we must reveal a threat. It is a minotaur, thank the world. Place minotaur, night, westernmost explored path. Okay, so the westernmost is here. Now, there is good, bad news for this minotaur. Firstly, he's not going to be inconveniencing us because we're not over there. We're going up here. And secondly, I think we can kill him. We can kill him. Yes. Right, so we will reveal our new cards. We need mud, rock, 2 water. I think we get a stick. We get a stick. School of Fish, we need mud, vine. I told you mud was going to be super important, I think, or was it vine? I said something that makes me a genius. And then we need mud and water. What on earth? Okay. Now, the second one is going to be super useful because we just make sure we've got a fire with that stick, and then we get some food, which helps us, but it is asking us for 5 water throughout all of this. And we don't have 5 water, so we do need to find more water. Okay, so we're going to continue going up. One of these has to be a stick, which means the other one has to be water, I think, sort of. Right, we found a mushroom house. Is that going to be useful? It gives us a destiny card if we have a mushroom house later. But we have to survive that far anyway. This is a stick. Do we need multiple sticks? No. We're not going to use it then. Okay, so we'll get our stick. We definitely need to start using these things. So we're going to exhaust to build a fire. Oh, we might... I think I might have goofed there. But now we've got a fire, which is going to get us food if we survive that far. We also, because we've done a full row, get to draw a destiny card. Save 1 fire for the next time you are forced to lose a fire. The both fires. We can backtrack for only 1 fire or save 1 fire. So we'll save the fire, I guess, if we're ever forced to lose a fire because we need it. Right. What are we looking for? A rock. We just need a rock. Now, I know we've gone all about the places and done the things and the stuff. We can kill the minotaur, so we'll do that right now. So we discard a vine and a mud to kill the minotaur. Be gone. So that's 1 done. Get off my map. And then we just need to get a rock. So we know where the rock is. Is there one where... Yeah, so we're going to use the compass to correctly guess that this is a rock, so we can just have an extra turn, basically, just to make it a little bit more... Well, we need to just use everything, don't we? So, where do we want to go? I'm kind of we've got all the thing, we just need to find a skull. So, do we just... I genuinely don't know. We're about to pass that one. We need water. So water is off one of these 2. It'd be really good to get 2 waters. And guess it's this one? Beans. Beans, beans, beans. Right. That's water. So what we'll do is we're going to exhaust the training gear to refresh that so we can guess that that one's water so we can get 2 water. Because we're about to spend a rock, a mud, 2 water, and get a stick. Where's my stick? There we go. We've got lots of sticks. But we're also now in a kind of a predicament. So we will exhaust before explore, and we will get 2 water. Right, we're still in a predicament. We're not in a good space because now, we're just going to have to go across here and hope to find mud and vine, which I've just massively fine. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So we got the vine. We just need this to be mud, to be perfectly honest. If it's not, we've got one way of saving ourselves. So we're going to not gain that stick and not use this. I guess we've got to try that one and hope to heck, because we need this to be mud, and we've no other way. Okay. So it is a TP. We can change a stick for mud, which kind of saved us at the last minute, so that's good. And then we've got the mud, the vine, and the 2 water, which means we do complete this. We do have a fire, so we do get 1 food, so that helps us at the end of the day. We have massively spanned all of these, which is a bit of a shame, but now we get to continue our search for mud. So I think we just need to go around the edges and go, are you mud? You're a rock. Ooh, beans. Oh no. If we fail this, we fail. We've got one choice. There is only one area that this could be. I don't think we can find another TP anywhere. There's no indications of where a TP could be. So the only place that we can look for the mud is there. This is going to potentially be a very short episode where we've accomplished a lot, but everything... So I know what's under that now. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this incredibly short episode of Core of Discovery, a game set in the world of Manifest Destiny. That was unfortunate. I was so confident. Was there another mud? There was no more mud, so we would have had to have found the TPs. I had all the confidence. That's the way the cookie crumbles or something. I don't know. Right, so thank you all very much for joining us. This game is amazing. You're amazing. I can't wait for the expansions to come out, even though I haven't finished this yet. I will be buying them instantaneously because I don't think I can get my words out about how much I love this game. So yeah, enjoy it if you want it. If you made it this far into the video, you are amazing. You are making this YouTube channel grow. We are very, very new, and it is a bit of a turbulent path, which is fun. But if you've made it this far, thank you. Thank you very much, because it is you that's showing the algorithm that people want to watch. I don't know. I'm still learning. But thank you. Until the next time we convene, this has been amazing, but so... Bye for now.